We are finally here.
Yay. We made it.
We did. Real Estate for Real with Eric Pettigo, and I'm joined by some very, very special guests today. That this has been in the works for at least a year, right? I mean, not really, but
It feels like it's
Several weeks.
we've been rescheduled, I think, 3 or 4 times, but we're finally all here. The rookie class of 2014, at least part of it. I've got Sue Disco, I've got Megan Pressnall, and I've got Clay Yates with me here today. So, how is everyone?
wonderful.
Yeah?
Happy to be here.
Well, I snuck out and I turned the AC onto the building.
Oh, it's much appreciated.
Right?
Yes.
It's hot in here today.
Yeah.
It runs hot in this building in general. I've like some of these podcasts, if you go look, when I started, some of them you can just see me like every few minutes, like, oh, geez, what are we doing here? I run hot anyway.
I'm
Yeah.
always cold, so I'm enjoying.
Are you
the
really?
heat, So, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You could have brought a blanket.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe a sweatshirt.
So this kind of came to be because we all started here at about the same time, right? And then so we thought it'd be cool to get a little roundtable episode where all of us get on here. And there are more people who started around when we did.
Right.
I didn't think there was any chance Ashley Coker was coming back on.
What happened? No,
Not just she.
one and done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One and done. And Ashley is a great friend, and we started at like literally almost the exact same time. And I got her to come on one, and she's never listened to that episode, and will never do this again. She said.
Oh.
So,
But she did it for you.
but yes,
Yeah.
yes, and she did a great job. If she were to go back and listen, I think she would be like, "Oh, that wasn't so bad." So we've been trying to schedule this, and as I've always said, kids ruin everything.
Yes. Yeah.
So Clay's had
Something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
Clay's had a sick kid. Megan's had kids who compete in sports.
Well, this was an engineering competition.
Oh, engineering competition.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah.
Made entirely of quick and easy styrofoam cups and plastic straws.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, and they won first place. So
Awesome.
An engineering competition. That's very cool. Different, yeah, than what I said. And Sue and I have kids who are like grown-ups, right? So,
Yes. Grown and gone.
yeah.
Sue's daughter babysat for my kids when we were probably about the time of getting this started.
Really?
In
Yeah.
real estate. And I came home just in time to see my middle son coming around the corner with a hockey stick about to reach poor Erica because she took away the screens.
Oh.
It was a proud moment as a mother.
Did it happen? No, did it?
I'm like, stop! Yeah.
Well, and my daughter now is a teacher, so.
Really? All right.
It was good training.
Yeah, my wife had a home daycare for like 10 years until I got into this and actually started selling a few things, and it was like, okay, shut it down.
This is stressful.
Yeah. I mean, for one,
Yeah.
it's okay, shut it down, and for two, I can't hear the phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I
It's a lot.
just shut those kids up. They ruin everything.
You just got an office space. Yeah.
No, you got to pay for that. No, I've been working from home since before it was cool, like way before COVID.
Yeah.
I've had a home office, and I come in here for like this and for coffee and questions, but other than that, everything's at home.
Yep.
I like working here.
Do you?
Sue and I started at Grady Realtors, and
Okay.
we had to come in every day, and there's no jeans. So we dress like professionals, and sometimes, maybe, when Pat and Betty were out of town, we could wear jeans on Friday.
Yeah.
Casual Friday.
Casual Friday.
Every day's casual Friday for me.
We're just removing that from the group policy here, actually. The
Really?
policy- yeah. Like right now, it's still in there. No jeans.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So
Strictly enforced.
Yes.
very much so. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody reads the policies, anyways.
No.
No. I remember like when I first started, it was 2014. But when summertime came around, at that point, I had gotten a little more comfortable because when I started, I was like shirt and tie, which is crazy to even think about. But middle of the year, I'd sold a few things. I was like, nah, I got this. And I started showing up in like shorts and a polo. And Pat Sellinger's like, hey, man,
What are you doing?
you have shorts on at the office. I'm like, yeah, it's like 100 degrees outside. What? You guys like sweating There's nothing worse than sweaty legs, right? And I mean, what are we doing?
Right.
I've never had one person say, I can't hire you. You have shorts.
Yeah.
Not one. So it's about time we change the policies around
I
here.
think I've probably worn shorts to one showing in 12 years.
Really?
Yeah, pants guy. Yeah,
Big pants guy,
big
huh?
pants guy. Well, I don't come to the office in shorts. It's just not. Yeah, I don't know.
Really? You should try it. It's liberating.
Probably unless it's like I have golf clothes on. I suppose there's been a couple, but I won't go show in shorts.
Really?
It's a weird thing I have.
Is it like game face on?
I think so. Yeah, because
All right.
yeah.
There's a lot.
Maybe I
of
looked
different
young,
opinions.
like when I first started, so I'd always you got to dress the part, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just kind of kept going, but
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You do have those boyish good looks. So I get it. I've looked older. Like I started shaving when I was like 11, so I've always looked a little bit older. So I don't know. But yeah, my first time out with people, I dress nice. Right. But then after that, they get the real me.
It's like the first date,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Then they get the real me.
and then you show up to closing in a suit and tie.
Never. I used to. Yeah. When I started, that's what I did.
I still dress up for closings.
Do you?
Yeah, it's payday. I want to look nice.
Feels right. Yeah.
We've talked about, I've had a lot of people on here talking about the attire and what they wear, and it's interesting, right?
A lot of opinions.
Yeah, if people want to project that image of this is what we're supposed to look like. And I've definitely had people say, you don't dress like a realtor.
You're like,
Thank you.
"Let's see." Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
You get me.
I think I just dress the same all the time because we don't know when we're going to go to an appointment, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like if I'm at the office in a t-shirt and gym shorts and then my phone rings like, oh, can you be there in 30 minutes? I'm like, well, I have to go home and then back. So I
Go home and make myself
yeah,
pretty.
like, yeah. So I just stay ready, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
You stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem because you have a tendency to like go to the gym in the morning and then run a bunch of errands and then somebody texts you and says, "Can we get in this one?" And you can right then.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
can't later because you're picking up kids. And you're
Right.
like, if you don't mind that I'm coming right from the gym is what I'll say. And then it's kind of like a conversation starter or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad to, I don't think, let people see you as like a real person. This happened when we were looking for, before I got into real estate, we were looking for a house. And this was back in the day when you would drive around and look at signs in yards, which people still do sometimes. They're like, we're just going to drive around and see what's out there. I'm like, don't do that.
It's all pending.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to be like, there's a sign in the ground, but I can't find it on the app. I'm like, yeah, it's because it's pending.
Yeah.
But Linda Nelson, who I've brought up on here a lot, was our agent. And we just saw her sign in the ground of a house we were curious about. So we called. It was on the weekend. We're like, can we see this? She's like, yeah, I can run over and show it to you, but I'm like painting a house right now. So I've got I'm in jeans. I've got paint on my jeans. I've got my weekend clothes. And we were like,
So
I don't care. We want to see the house, not you.
Like,
You know?
open the
Yeah.
door, lady.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and so that was kind of our introduction into realtors, was meeting Linda Nelson on the weekend with her paint jeans. And so I was like, oh yeah, I can do this.
yeah.
Yeah, I got all sorts of jeans, tons of stuff on them.
Jeans and Jordans. That should
Yeah.
be like your tagline.
That, I mean,
Jeans and Jordans.
that I've always got Jordans on. That's my, I call them my work Jordans.
Yeah, like your dress.
They're
Jordans.
dressy.
Yeah.
You're not-
They're a little
yeah.
more dressy.
Yeah, like we'll go, like if I'm showing somebody a house and it's like there's some land or some dirt, I'll be like, you can go if you want, but I got my work J's on right now. So
I'll wait here.
yeah, you just let me know. Take some pictures. Let me know how that goes. Like, oh, that basement looks gross. I'm gonna stay here.
That's how it is with heels. I mean, we go
Oh
to
my
showings with heels on, and it's hard and some grass and mud, and it's like, go ahead.
That would be tough.
Yeah.
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 Thinking. There's
Yeah.
some that you definitely leave your shoes when you get home. You leave your shoes in the garage. Like, I can't bring this in. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to wash them before I wear them again, but I just don't want to think about it right now in my house.
Some time will be. They'll be
Yeah.
fine. Right?
Leave them out there to air out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of. You both started at Grady.
Yes.
in 2014.
I think Sue was there like a month before me.
I was.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you guys came over like when Grady
Yeah.
joined forces?
Yeah. So Mike Busher came into our office a couple different times and we're like, something's up. And then they made the announcement to us that we're coming over here. And I'll never forget the day we came here. I mean, it was amazing. That conference room was full
Yeah.
of people and just tears. And
It was a clap in.
oh my gosh, it was wonderful.
Really?
So exciting. Yeah.
It was really neat.
I think the Grady's told that story a little bit when they were on here too.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never worked for a company like that before.
They brought wine.
Yeah. Of course they did.
It was green.
My favorite thing at Grady was the caravans we would do
yeah.
for new listings. And so Betty would drive and we'd load up in just a couple cars and just go to each other's houses and get feedback. And what should we tell the sellers on this before they'd go to market
Yeah.
or, while they were there. And it was so just felt like close.
That was a great day. Yeah. Those were fun.
Go to lunch after, kind of come out strong in force. It was
Yeah.
neat. But yeah, when I got my license, I interviewed at every office.
Really?
And I didn't really know how it worked. So I was like, these are great job interviews because everyone wants to hire you.
You're hired, but you don't get paid.
Right. I was like, this is different,
Yeah.
But I walked into Grady and I had been mostly just in small office settings in my professional career. And I was like, oh, this feels right. So it was kind of hard to say no to Busher. Then I'm going to go the smaller route. I'm doing Grady. And then
I did the same thing.
yeah, and then a year later it was like, oh, hi. It's like, can we work here now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he interviewed me too. And I decided the smaller route was better for
So
me at that
Mike
time.
Busher went 0 for 2.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
How about it?
Yeah.
He played the long game.
Yeah. He's like, all right, fine.
He just went to
We'll
the
just-
top.
yeah.
We'll just
Get
bring
you
them
one
all
way or
over.
another. Yeah.
We'll just bring the whole brokerage over then. Oh, that's very cool. And you've only been here, right?
Only been here. Yeah.
Because your mom started a little bit before you, is that right?
Yeah, I think she started in 2010.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
And then you came on board 2014.
2014.
And what'd you do before?
I was in software sales, so I worked at LRS and a couple other companies.
All right.
Yep.
I know a lot of people that work at
Technology
LRS.
sales. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great place. So,
They seem to be doing well.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Megan, what did you do?
Well, I came to Springfield from Macomb for my internship at the state, so
Okay.
the Department of Tourism. And with my degree, which was recreation and Spanish, I thought that I might be doing some meeting planning at the Cancun Convention Center, maybe. That was like the goal. And then I landed at the Illinois Bureau of Tourism, which I found out I was actually auditing tourism grants. So there was a little bit of a disconnect with the interview and what the work product was. So that looks like being an auditor.
Yes.
And that,
Sounds like it.
yeah. So that was, I don't know, I did that for 6 months and then switched to the Main Street program, which was active at the time. And that was very fun. It was small towns all around the state and working with their historic buildings and architecture and festivals and farmers markets. And then I kind of got recruited to do that on the local level at downtown Springfield.
Oh, cool.
And leave the state. Yeah. And when I told the HR director I was leaving, she's like, no, you just don't really leave a state job like you have. And I was like, well, I'm gonna. It's a little boring, a little bit.
So then where did real estate come into play?
Oh, yeah. So I was at downtown Springfield for 4 years, loved it. It's a young sort of field to be in because it was running the farmers market at 6 a.m., long days, festivals, all of it was great. Made the switch to the Illinois Grape Growers and Vintners Association and was their marketing and promotions person for 7 years, which was kind of great because it was like a part-time gig while my babies were babies, most of them. And then my husband and I were buying rental properties, just a couple, and it made sense to get the license to kind of get the jump on it. Mark Polk was our realtor at the time. 'Cause
Okay.
I knew him from downtown stuff. And then Betty was like, it's not really a part-time job. It's real estate is a full-time job. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I mean, it kind of made sense. So made the switch to that. And
Okay.
it's compatible, with the kids, and it's less travel than my other stuff. And
Less travel.
yeah, we had wine festivals all around the state.
Okay.
And so it would be like telling my husband, I'm gone for the weekend almost once a month. And this is like, I'm gone for a couple hours,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Different travel.
Yeah.
What about you, Sue?
I was an interior designer.
Cool.
Yeah. I worked, I started out, well, I was in banking when I was young. And then I started out and I worked at Friedman's. Do you remember Friedman's downtown on 11th? And then it was out here.
I was going to say, I feel like I
Paint
do.
store, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
I started there on 11th, and then they brought me out here. And then I worked there for several years, and I had my oldest daughter, and it just kind of worked out that I wanted to be at home with them. I didn't want to have to, miss everything, because it took me a while to get them. So I just decided to start my own interior decorating business.
Oh, that's very
I
cool.
work from home. Yeah.
And then that just kind of,
Well, I had that for like 25 years before I decided to do this. It's been 30 years
oh my gosh.
or longer. And so I kind of saw the writing on the wall. People were doing DIYs and watching Home Network, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
HGTV or whatever. And I'm like, I need to do something else too. And it just kind of hit me one night. I'm like, real estate kind of goes hand in hand. And of course, I talked to Betty. She was our realtor for my husband and I. And she's like, oh, you'd be great at that because, you've got lots of clients. And so that's how that kind of came about.
Then I got its hooks in you.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Yeah.
It did. It really did. I love it. I love it.
And so I think one of the things that's like interesting about us here is, so we've all been in the business the same amount of time, roughly. We all kind of found it in different ways. And then now, I mean, here we are, this is like our 13th year, all of us in the business that we're working on now. I mean, last year we would have put year 12 behind us, right? So this is right. My math, I think is right. But we're all kind of doing different things. So you came in, Clay, and when did like the Yates team become a thing?
What year? Maybe 2018. So I was
2018,
selling
right?
part-time. Yeah. And then much like yourself, I was traveling a lot, but just like in Toronto and Detroit. So like I would spend a week in Toronto, week in Detroit, be home some. But at the time I had young kids and I didn't want to be traveling. Like you said, this seems like not traveling, like sleeping in your own bed every night is way better, and you can see your kids more, right? So that was a big decision for me, or a big factor. And like I did it on the weekends for a while, and that was pretty difficult when I was traveling and then coming back. And then so like, hey, I could just do this all the time and be at home with my kids at night and not be in a hotel room in Toronto, right? So, but Toronto's a nice place, but yeah.
It's weird to say like less travel when you're putting like 30,000 miles a year on your car,
Like,
yeah,
30
right?
plus.
Yeah, right?
Like,
yeah.
But like I said, you go home and you sleep in your own bed every night.
Yeah, you're
Right.
always around,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But 2018, so you've been team lead the whole time, right? Or was your mom?
Almost the whole time, yeah. Yeah, there was like a short window there. And then my mom's fantastic, of course. You all know her. But,
Yeah, she's awesome.
yeah,
We love her.
She's the best. So, and then we hired Lexi maybe a year later.
Okay.
Now we have, there's 5 of us total, 5 licensed agents. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Still growing, it's fun. I love it. And that's what I realize is how much I enjoy being a team lead.
Yes.
I mean, I love being a realtor, but I also like being a team lead as well. So.
And then, and Megan, you're solo act, right?
Yeah, I tried the team a couple years ago, which was short-lived, and and it took a lot, of energy to get it up and running, and I feel like that does feel good, but then also it felt like all of the responsibility, not just for my deals, but for somebody else's deals and all the interactions they have. When my partner left and got out of the industry, it was also a little bit of a relief because it was like, okay, half the caseload, like just buckle down and do my clients, like what I've always done, just dig into them. So it was a little bit of a relief. But how are you feeling with it? Do you feel that?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Like for me, because I've talked about it on here. I just started a team at the end of last year. And so I've got 3 licensed agents on my team, not including myself. So we're at 4. And then now my wife is our office person. And it's a lot. Like it's a lot because I'm busy enough on my own.
Right.
And I've stayed busy enough where this is a full-time job, so I've got all my stuff going on. Meanwhile, I've got 3 agents that I'm teaching how to be realtors. Hi. Nope. But we'll get you another microphone if you want. And then my wife, I'm teaching how to do the office stuff. So it's a lot of training happening while still handling all my own clients and transactions and stuff. But this, I think at this point in my career is what I needed
Yeah.
because I've always loved this job. It's my favorite. Like this is what I was born to do. This is what I am. But you need challenges. Like, right? I've been doing the same thing, solo act, 12 years. It's a long time. And so I needed something else. Like the podcast is cool. I really like this, but I wanted to like build something now. And my kids are older. So, it's weird to say that I've got a little more free time in my life now because I don't really, but I do, because I don't have games to go to. I don't have to drive them anywhere. I don't, so it's like, now's the time. Let's do it. Our oldest son got his license. Let's do it, and so far it's been awesome. I really enjoy it. I really like teaching and then seeing them like grasp onto that and then use it. It's a cool feeling.
Satisfying.
Right? Yeah. And so like, Sue, aren't you like running the sync team?
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy cow. How did they sucker you? How did you get signed up for that?
Well, when Mike kind of told us all he was stepping away a little bit, not retiring, stepping away, he asked me at that time, because I was thinking, I went to him and I said, I'm ready to start a team. I'm kind of like you. I'm ready to hit that next level. Let's go. And he said, hold that thought. I got an idea. And he approached me with it. And I'm like, that's a lot. At the time there was 10 agents on the team. And so now we've kind of cut it down. It's a smaller group. But it's the same thing. It's very satisfying. I love teaching. I didn't know I liked to teach, but I do like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's fun.
So how many agents? Let's back up. For the people who may not know, what is sync?
So when somebody comes to the real estate group on the line, to the real estate group website, they have to kind of register to get in deep and see homes, to see all about them. And all those people come to the team. We have like a calendar, and whoever's on call that day gets those leads. And we call them and talk to them, make sure we can get them taken care of and all that. So that's basically what sync is.
It's a lead capture.
It's a lead, yeah. And the real estate group started it maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I can't even remember how long it's been.
That was pre-COVID.
It was pre-COVID, so yeah, it's been longer than that. So Pat Selinger was in charge of it back then, and we had a big team for a long time. So
I actually, when it first started, I jumped on there for a little bit because Pat's like, you want to do this? And I was like, sure. And then I quickly, because I got kind of busy and Pat was on me. So like if a lead came through and I wasn't calling like this, Pat was calling me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you calling these people? I was like, dude, I'm showing a house, man. I can't, and finally I had to be like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
These leads need to go to people who can take better care of them because
and it's a grind.
It is.
That's what Pat always said, but you do have to be willing to make the calls and be right there when they're ready. And so.
All right. And then, so how many agents are doing that now?
Including me, there's 5 on the team.
Okay.
And then I got 3 in Champaign.
Okay.
That I'm helping.
All right.
Yeah.
See, like, very cool how there's just so many different avenues that this career can take you, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're all kind of doing different things, but we've all been in it the same amount of time. We're finding our own little niche. And I just listed a commercial building. Yeah.
I have one of those for sale.
Yep. Do you? Oh, yes, you do. I know you do.
She has
Right?
for a while, yeah.
Yeah. You can plug it on here if you want.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Yes, very actively trying to sell the Barrelhead. It is no longer a turnkey restaurant because there's nothing in it anymore. So it
Okay.
can now be a retail space, anything you need. Yep.
That is a prime location, is it not? I mean,
It is, Eric. Yes.
I got you.
But I was telling Eric there was a little bit of an embarrassing moment last week trying to show it where the seller had given me the office key that doesn't usually get shown because it's a mess. And so it literally flew off of the key ring that I had it on in my car and just completely disappeared. I mean, it was just gone, like nowhere. So I'm giving the showing and I'm trying to act cool, like, well, we get all through it and I'm thinking they're not going to ask about upstairs. And then all of a sudden at the end, they're like, and we can go upstairs. And I was like, it is not available right now. And
You're so
I'll
sweet.
tell you why.
And the buyer pulls away in his car and is literally under his car. The key is like right in the parking space underneath.
You're kidding.
So then I call him back real quick and I was like, it's available now. I can show you. I was
As
like,
luck would have it.
I was like, I have the key. And so he was laughing. I said, it was under your car.
That's funny.
So top level professionalism right there,
Like,
Stories. Oh my gosh.
part of that comes with like doing this long enough. I would imagine early in your career you'd have been a little bit mortified at that, but now it's like you can be like, hey, something funny.
I mean, probably equally mortified and to put it on blast like this, but
That's actually not that bad. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's got a key story, I guarantee
Oh,
it.
gosh. Oh,
my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
yes, like getting home and reaching in your
Yeah.
pocket and there's one
like-
lone key
Yeah.
and you've shown like 1,000 houses
Yeah.
that day. Oh my God.
Just wait for the call.
I got a call once. I showed a house in Riverton, and it was a long day.
Yeah.
And it was out in Riverton, and I'm back in Chatham at that point. It's the end of the night. My phone rings. It's dark outside, and it is an angry homeowner saying, "Hey, I live at this house. I just got home. My lockbox is open, and there's no key." And I was like, "You don't say." And yep, here it is, right here in my pocket.
Oh, no.
He was not happy. I had to drive all the way back out to Riverton from Chatham. Yeah, just, hey,
it is.
here's
Got
your
it.
key. And it wasn't even like, hey, it's all right, man. These things happen. It just, this guy was not happy. And so usually my charm works after a little bit. And people, but not this guy. Did not work.
Oh,
so, and I think that was Crystal or Anthony's listing. So they probably remember that story too, because I think he put in a call to them. But yeah, that's now it. Like for me, that stuff happens once typically, and then I become OCD, and then every time I leave a house, I'm like,
Where's the key?
"Where's the key? Where's the key?
Yeah.
Not in my pocket. We're good."
We're good.
I'm that way with keychains now. I dropped a loose key through some deck boards once upon a time.
Yeah.
And now I was telling Jeremy that my buyer's agent, we were in Jacksonville, and I opened it up like, no keychain. Got to change that, right? And he's like, why? I'm like, see that gap right there? Yeah, you want to crawl under the deck? Like, nope. Go get a keychain, right?
Yeah.
So now it's, if you're ever at one of my listings and it doesn't have a keychain, please let me know. It
That's
should,
a good
though.
idea.
True.
It
That's
should,
now
though.
I've
going to be
never
a
thought
top
of
fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find a single key with no keychain.
Something new every day.
Yes.
I had a call on a listing once. I had a listing in Chatham, and an agent was showing it, and we just had like a single key in the lockbox. And he called me. He's like, "Hey, man, the key fell down." And there was like, I think it was like a concrete front porch, like a stoop that it, they separate like about a key width from the house, and that thing fell right in there. Just
Houdini right down there.
still there, guaranteed it's
Oh,
still there.
probably, yeah.
Yeah, so we had to go get another key made, put it in there, but Yeah, the old keychain trick. That's probably
Yeah,
a
you
good
gotta-
idea.
It's a good idea. I'll
Or
have
if
to
there's
have some
two
with
of the
me.
same key in one lockbox, like some of these investors will like to do, like, oh, I made some keys, they're in lockbox. Like,
Right.
oh, one in there, one in my office, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
lose them both at the same time.
That makes
Especially
sense.
if there's no keychains. So
That makes sense.
we've got keychains here too. Those yellow ones.
Those
They give
yellow
those for free,
Yep.
right?
Oh.
So
Yep.
yeah, if I haven't used them already, yeah,
Hold on, we have those here?
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Did you ever wonder why?
Like those
You see
paper
so many?
ones?
Yep.
They're
perfect.
They're by our
Oh, yeah.
mailboxes up in the capital.
Yeah.
Well, there's one right there on that table. I use it to get my little banner out of the closet every
Start
time.
using
I
those. You
Yeah.
write the address on the back. It's gonna change your life.
Yeah.
learn so much.
Yeah.
So much doing this podcast
Yeah.
13 years it took to find that out.
to learn about keychains. Jeez, that's funny. So, I don't even know where to go next. It's just kind of fun. I'm just still in shock that we've got this together.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing to? I know we kind of talked about you're taking over Sync. I'm building a team. Like, we're in this now deep. We made it past the 2 years where, what is it, 80% of people fall off.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you at this point in your career, I don't know, plan out what's next? Business as usual, something bigger. So, I mean, what, like, I don't know. It's kind of tough to keep the same trajectory without changing things up a little bit, right? It's easy to get stagnant and stale. So, like, what have you guys found that works at this point in our career to kind of help keep things moving upwards? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think, and you'll experience this soon, but obviously taxes are due, March 15th for LLCs and S corps and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're going through your expenses and deciding, like, what all am I paying for? What are we using? And you'll have this next year, right? You'll be like, oh, what is all this stuff I bought or paid for? Did we use it? I thought the team would use it a little more.
I've been LLC'd for a few years, so I'm just as myself
Yeah.
already. So,
Right.
yeah, no, I know that I hate this time of year. Yeah.
Stuff, but
Yeah.
I think for me, that, like, just thinking right now, right? It's like, that's what I'm doing if I have free time. Like, unfortunately, the tax stuff's so much fun. Right? So, yeah.
Figuring out,
Like, hey, do we need this? And I'll ask Lexi, like, when's the last time you used it? She's like, yesterday. Okay. A month ago. I'm like, all right, probably gonna like,
Get rid of it.
Yeah, we don't need it, right? So I think there's a balance there in terms of running a team, ad spend and stuff that you'll find, like, because you want these people to be successful and you want to make sure they get a steady flow of leads.
Yeah.
Whether it's from, you taking listings and you passing on those sign calls, or if it's, a certain platform that you're paying money for. So I think, and my mom would probably agree, but I think a lot of realtors, I mean, we all like the idea of investing in ourselves to grow our business, right? But there's got to be a balance, right? Because when I first came to work with Mom, it's like, whoa, right? Like, yeah, you're selling a ton of homes, but you're also spending a lot of money to do it.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and I think, like, we've all been doing this a long time. Like, what type of realtor are you? Do you like that chase? It seems like maybe you don't like the internet leads coming in and that whole grind, at least
come around.
in that moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, like, everyone's got to run their team differently, and just finding, like, what's right for you and your team members, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah. And getting feedback from them, right? That'll be the biggest thing. Like, next year, like, all right, what worked, what didn't work, what can we do better? So,
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of different ways you can do this business, obviously.
Sure.
And everybody has their own successful way of doing it. That's what I liked about it when I came in. I'm like, I've never seen a business like this. I can ask anybody anything and they'll tell me what they do and I can copy it.
Yeah.
So I've taken bits and pieces from every single, being an independent, I've kind of had to set up my own system. And that's what I like about it. Everybody can kind of do their own thing, and we're all successful at it as long as you work it,
Sure.
So,
I really liked the class that Sue and I took with Cindy Grady from Mike Busher on Buffini's Working by Referral.
Ah, okay.
And it felt to me the most natural way for me to run my business. And there was a time in 2022 where I was thinking about maybe not doing this anymore.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. My son had been sick, and I was actually a assistant in a kindergarten classroom for one semester in the spring of 2022 to work out a health insurance need that we had for a surgery that he needed. And so I said to my husband, I don't know, like teaching or whatever. And he said, I think you should do the job you already have. And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, yeah, you should do that because you like it. And I was like, yeah, maybe. So I had lost a little focus because of family needs at the time.
Yeah.
So I took Jane Locassio's class on Brian Buffini on a different one. And again, I thought, oh my God, this makes sense to me. So after that, mid 2022, I started private coaching. And so I have like a business coach that I talk to twice a month.
Okay.
And that's kind of creating a lot of structure for me, and it's helped my business, and I like the way it's going with that. So like I've said in our coffee and questions, sometimes I have big feelings about my deals and things that go on, and that's not what that is. But sometimes there's a little of that helps you process and what you can do better next time. And it's pushing me way out of my comfort zone, and so I like that.
We have to do that, right? Like it's now that we've been doing this as long as we have, it's so easy to just fall into like the same old routine, and we've got to find ways to like get outside of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
And that's tough. And I think you've both done that here today by just showing up and talking into microphones.
Absolutely.
But it's
I will not watch this either.
Right.
oh, you will too. Yeah, you will too. I need the views. Come on,
Okay.
Sue, watch it. Yeah.
I'll have my husband watch it.
Oh, he'll watch it. He used to listen to me on the radio.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, he used to call into the radio show, the fantasy football show I
Yeah.
did. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so he'll listen for sure.
He will.
Yeah. Okay. So what is it? Is there something that any of you like can think of like, oh man, I wish I would have implemented this earlier, or something I wish I would have done different in the last, 12 years that if I would have done like, I like where I'm at, but if I would have maybe done something a little bit different or known something a little bit earlier, yeah, who knows? Right? Anything you can think of?
I kind of wish I would have started full time earlier and closed my business. I just closed it this year, actually.
Really?
Yeah, but I hadn't really been doing anything with it for the last 3 or 4 years. But I came in part time because of that too, and I really wish I would have seen the future and been able to say, okay, I'm gonna really enjoy doing this, and I think I'm gonna be successful at it. So let's make a decision, one or the other. But
Okay.
it worked out. I mean, as you all know, raising kids and working is difficult, and I needed that flexibility at that time. So I think that's why it worked out the way it did. But I really wish I would have done it full time sooner.
That's
Yeah.
that's a very good answer. I planned on going part-time for a long time, and then I eventually it just kind of took over.
It does.
And it just took
Yeah.
all of my time. So I was like, well, I guess this is what I do now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently I'm a full-time realtor.
And
everyone.
that's kind of how you get into it. You
Right.
just, all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, oh, I'm a full time realtor
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. And it's like people still ask, are you full-time? So you just full-time, right? And I'm like, I don't clock in or out. So I
Right.
guess I do this all the time.
All the time.
Right.
Yeah.
This is
24/7.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I say. It's what I do. It's all I do. So
Right.
here I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom didn't want me to go full time. Like she was just nervous mom, right?
Sure.
So, like transitioning to full time, like making her nervous wreck, right? Every month.
Well,
So
yeah.
you still like it? You still like it?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. And then obviously it was great, but it's
So did you approach her, or did she recruit you to get in the business?
I approached her actually, and I wish I would have started sooner as well. So that's kind of like you guys, like what? But I think the sales positions that I had made me realize like how much fun this is versus like being in a cubicle making 80 cold calls a day. Like, like that's sales. Like people are like, oh, you're in sales. Like, yeah, got it. It's
Not
like
really.
go out and make friends, right?
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
different.
sometimes there's houses involved, sometimes there's not. But it's, like I just like to make friends. So, and I think back, like, why didn't I consider it as an option instead of moving to downtown Chicago to go, be in IT sales? It's like funny, but like guess my mom was probably nervous. And, well, you know, the
Making sure
inconsistent.
he's
Yeah,
succeeding
yeah,
and-
yeah,
yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, because she's thinking like, can this support both of us? Like
Yeah.
how?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
yeah.
And you
It
might be
is.
feeling that.
I was getting ready to say, like, I can relate now as someone with a kid who's got into real estate. It's like, okay, like I know what this has done to me, like with a stress and a, you know, really, really testing your patience. And I pride myself on being like an exceptionally patient person. And so it's like you can't help but worry about when your kid gets into this, like, how are they going to respond to some of the, I mean, just the tough stuff that like keeps you up at night? How are they going to respond to that? And then how are they going to respond to the slow times when you're like, I've got one closing in the books and
No money coming in.
yeah,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Like, because that is, you know, I would love to say that I started in 2014 and every year it's just gone up and up and up and it was great and awesome. But there have been times where it's like,
Do I keep doing that?
yeah, right. You're like, I don't know if I made the right decision here.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's what the business is. There's a lot of that. And so you got to find a way to kind of keep the trajectory going upwards.
Yeah.
But know that it's not just straight up. It's, you know,
Yeah.
like, but in that general direction. And it's just, and it's like, how are your kids going to handle these same challenges, and will they be able to? And that part, I can sympathize with your mom because
Yeah, me too.
that part's tough. And
We all
so,
want to see our kids succeed. So
Yeah.
that was
And
probably
maybe
her concern.
they want to take vacations sometimes.
what vacation?
You know.
Yeah.
Do we do that?
Well, that I need one. But that's something that I was like, so, I mean, having a team should help with that, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
But does it? Or
I mean, you're still gonna. I think yes. I think the team is so powerful in today's market, right?
It is.
Just getting people in and stuff. I was joking. Cindy Grady's out of town, and she couldn't find any of her team members to show a house, and she called me, and I'm like, "Wait, I thought you had a team,
Right.
You know, like, why are you calling me?" They're like,
She didn't
But-
call us.
yeah, we do it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
weird.
exactly. Yeah,
Usually
no,
get
it,
those
well,
calls.
it was my listing. It just worked out,
Okay.
so it was fine. And happy to, honestly, especially if it's my listing, I'll show anybody's buyer
Right.
Yeah.
anytime. Like,
Same.
hey, I'll be there. You know, so, but even so, I had some clients. I forget. Oh, the team. So I had some clients go to an open house last night that Musso had. They love it. Can we get back in? Like, I picked my kids up today at 3. Call my mom, like, hey, let me see your schedule. Oh, can you do this at 4? Yeah, I can do it at 4. So, you know, otherwise they're probably not getting back in that property and, you know, making an offer before the deadline. So it's like, I think
Yeah.
that's and you'll, especially when you train your guys up, like you'll start trusting them more, and you'll be in the Caribbean or something and be like,
that's
hey,
the plan.
Here's these 3 buyers.
But I'm
Oh,
still I'll
Yeah.
still have the phone and internet package,
Yeah,
you know,
you will.
because
Oh, yeah.
I still
Yeah.
need to be able to do something. But it's just I feel like every vacation I've ever gone on has not only cost me money, because vacations are expensive, but they've cost me money because I've missed a call of somebody wanting to see a house and then going with somebody else. And it's like, so it's like, man, I need somebody here to, when I'm not here, when somebody calls like, hey, somebody told me to call you and I want to go see this house, and be like, oh, great. I'm about 3 cocktails deep. So I'm gonna put you in touch with my person back home, and they're gonna run you through, and then I'll be home and we'll take care of everything.
Yeah.
So I want that,
Yeah.
especially the cocktails part.
Yeah, you've got to recharge. Well,
Yeah.
Sue and I have done that for each other because for mine, it's sometimes vacation, but it's mostly a swim meet out of town or
Sure.
this engineering beta competition wherever, where you're spending a ton of money on your kids and you're missing work. And that's tough. So yeah, that's kind of the messaging and the expectations with the buyers, especially in the spring market that I'm working on, is saying like, yes, I'd love to get you in here. And like today it was, can we see this home at 8 tomorrow? And then we're not available again, but we want to see 3 more houses. So we'll see again like at 3 or 4. And I was like,
Coordinating that.
yeah. I'm like, in the interest of time blocking, why don't we just do it all? And, you know, like trying to finesse that and push back a little so you have a little bit more control over it. But,
Did you show my house for her? Didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Fun
We
fact,
do it a
Megan
lot.
sold my house.
Oh,
in
congratulations.
December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do it a lot.
Yeah.
I've got kids who live out of state. So, and I have a new grandson coming.
Hey, congratulations.
So, yeah, we're going to be in Georgia a lot this year. So, and we had a discussion. We went to lunch and said, okay, we're going to both be busy. We have a little list of people that if
Yeah.
we're not
and your
available-
team members are high on the list
Yeah.
of
Sure.
people
Yeah.
to ask. Yeah.
Sure.
So, you know, and maybe like when I was just starting, I wanted to be in houses just so I had more encyclopedic knowledge of what's on the market and what the prices are. And if we can throw some bucks their way and it gets them in some more doors, I think it's probably okay.
Yeah.
That's the hard part for me is letting somebody else do that and me not, because then if they call me and say, hey, yeah, I love the house, I want to write an offer. I'm like, okay, great, I can do that. We'll send, I've got my laptop, we'll do it. But I haven't been in the house yet.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the house. So I trust, I have to have people I trust, like Megan, to know that, yeah, Sue, the house is really, really good. Don't worry about it. Or not.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, because it's easy to walk into a house and be like, oh, pretty colors, new countertop, I'll take it. And I like to pick things apart and tell people why they shouldn't buy a house.
Oh,
so
me
I don't
too.
know.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite. Yeah.
That's an interesting sales approach.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not
Yeah,
in sales,
yeah.
Clay.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
a salesperson.
Yeah, no, I know. I
Yeah,
feel you.
but that's what I'll go home and that used to be a thing at home. My wife would be like, how did it go? And it'd be like, well, I pointed this and this and this out. She's like, you trying to make money doing this job? Or,
yeah, they said they never want to come back
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
But
They appreciate it, though.
They
Right.
do because they see the stars in their eyes. And then
Yeah.
we're the people that are like, seen it before. Here's what you got to watch for. You
yes.
And they appreciate it. And they're like, oh, didn't even see that.
And then when you find the right one, they go, thank you so much for not letting me buy that other house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, eh.
It works every
Yeah.
time.
know? Yep.
Yeah, right. So, that's all. But Megan, I don't think you answered the anything you would have done different question.
Yeah, I don't know. I have like a pretty short memory, and that served me well.
Perfect.
Yeah, so
gotta be
all of
nice.
all of these like really embarrassing things that happen all the time to me are like gone. So no, I like have really enjoyed all of the jobs I had. So I wouldn't give up downtown Springfield for anything. I wouldn't give up the grape growers, and I've been very fortunate to be able to work with people I knew in those circles now in real estate too. So. Not being from the Springfield area, I think it helped establish a little bit of a broader base of people I know from different jobs.
Sure.
I'm from Macomb, a proud Macomb homie, and there's kind of a lot of us here, and that's been a great honor too to help people in Springfield. So no regrets. I love it. I love trying the team. I've learned pretty quick, like they say, like at Silicon Valley, like fail fast and pivot. And like I don't think it's for me,
Sure.
And I think I'm going to grind for about like 6 years right now, doing what I know how to do and getting the coaching that's making me accountable, because I have college for 3 boys, like right around the corner. And I'm like in like kind of like a real focus, work hard right now and then kind of see what happens after that. So
You guys kind of have like a team thing going though, more of a.
we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
It's a little,
Yeah.
a micro team.
Yeah.
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 And it's cool. Like I learned that too. I guess for me, mine would have been to kind of, I guess, integrate myself with the office earlier than I did, because I started working from home my first year. Once I figured out contracts and stuff, I was like, all right, I'm cool. Thanks.
See ya.
Yeah.
It worked once. I can do it again.
Yeah, right. I'll drop off the paperwork because that's what we had to do before they started sell.
Yep.
I'll drop off paperwork after closings. Everything else, I'm at home. And I mean, it was nothing. I was, tunnel vision, and so I wasn't really thinking about the importance of building any relationships here within the office. Mm-hmm. And it really wasn't until I started like kind of doing this where it really started opening up, and I was like, oh, well, and then I've got agents who will actually cover for me just because we're friends.
Yeah.
Who I can say, hey, I can't, can you? And they'll be like, yeah, I got you. Like, right. Like,
Again, you can call anybody in this business and they'll do anything for you.
And then and I think, Sue, it was you earlier talking about how people are just so open to share their experiences and their knowledge. And it's such a competitive business. And it's such a strange thing when you can just call people up and say, hey, how'd you do that? How are you? And they're just go, oh. And I don't know if it's we just can't wait to talk about ourselves and our accomplishments. So it's like, let me tell you how great I am. Yeah. And I don't know if that's part of it, but whatever it is, people are so open with what has worked for them. And it's helpful for the rest of us to, like, I've learned so much in the year and a half from doing this and just talking to so many different agents, their approach to things. And not all of it is going to work for me because we all have to do things, but still, like, you take bits and pieces here and there and you apply it to the way you work, and it just makes you a better agent.
Yep.
So,
It does. And I think all of us in this room are loyal Coffee and Questions attendees.
oh, I love it.
I love it so much. And I feel like it is so valuable for us that don't have offices here to come in and hear what everybody's talking about. So, like, what's the word? What's going on? And I feel so fortunate to our office for offering that and all the trainings that they do, because really creates good community, I think.
Yeah.
I think, like, the perception is that training is for new agents a lot, I think it goes to, we've all been in the business the same amount of time with varying levels of success, but success nonetheless, otherwise we wouldn't be here. But the fact that we all still show up for that, I think says something, right? And you look around the room and like Becky Hendricks is there all the time. And
Every week she's
right.
there.
Yeah. And there are all these agents in there, and Keki's there. All these agents that do a lot of business who show up for that all the time really, I think, speaks to how useful of a tool that is for us as agents to be able to just sit in a room with a bunch of other agents, and Mike-O, God bless him, has something he wants to talk about, and he gets to maybe the first thing on the list, and then we hijack the whole thing, and we talk about whatever we want to talk about for the next hour. And then he's like, well, I guess we got to get out of here. We'll maybe get to my list a different day. But it's like just hearing agents kind of converse and share experiences and stories. Like, you can get so much from that.
Oh, yeah.
So it is kind of cool that, and I hadn't even thought about that. Like,
I love it. And even when it's like an extremely boring topic like this, this FinCEN,
Yeah.
I sat through it and I'm like, I get what it is, and I don't need to know any more of this, but I'm happy to know what we're talking about.
Yeah, because something will come up that you'll need it at some point.
Yeah.
It's like,
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. General knowledge. So, you got to get out of here?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
For definitely a few more minutes.
All right. I see you check your watch a few times. I'm like, I don't want to keep you too long.
No, we're good.
That's because he's getting calls.
yeah, he's selling houses.
Calls and texts.
Yeah, good. Just somebody on your team can
I'm
pick
here
that
with
up.
You guys.
And, yeah.
I'm sitting here with you.
All right. The one thing I want to know, because when we started, the social media aspect of real estate wasn't much at all. I've told the story how one of the first things I did was help Pat set up the real estate group's business page. We didn't have a Facebook page for the real estate group when I started.
I know.
Like, crazy, right? And then, it's that people were still advertising their open houses like everywhere but online. And and it was a different word. So we kind of came into this business on the front end of utilizing social media and real estate, right? So if we were doing that, we were kind of ahead because not a lot of people were. Now it's flooded.
Oh, yeah.
It's real estate everywhere. Here's my listing here. It's fine, and you have to do it. But how have you guys found it? What's most effective in standing out now, 2026? Because then 2014, a little bit easier. Not everybody was posting online. Now everybody is. So how do we stand out now in a very, very crowded space that is realtors on social media? You guys had any success? Anything?
I mean,
Share some
you're all
secrets.
looking at me. I don't
Sue,
know.
Sue, answer.
Pressure. Don't do this to me.
We were doing the videos for each other.
Yeah, we did some videos, and that was fun. I don't like it, but I did it, and it was fine.
What do you mean?
Like she video recorded me talking about a house that I had listed.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was fun. It was just a short little 2-minute thing, and just introduced the house, and there we are.
Yeah. So I have kind of like a currently dysfunctional relationship with social media. So I know.
The whole world does.
Yeah,
Megan.
like
Yeah.
I know, and it's in my business goals to have my face on there showing my new listings because I think it's helpful to sellers, you know, to promote their events. And so I want to post it and get it off, like leave as soon as possible, and then not look at all my feed, because then what happens is like, oh my God, that happened to those people. I feel so terrible. And now I'm down this rabbit hole, or someone's taking their kids to Disney again. And I'm having like a lot of regret that
I
I've
need to
only
go.
gone to Disney once, you know, like all of these problems. And so I'm like, I want to do it for work and then like exit as fast as possible. So I know that's not right. And
There's no right. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no right answer. It's just we have to find way. That's the challenge.
Yeah,
Is how do we stand out now? Because we've got
everybody's doing
500 agents in town, and
But you do see the
everybody's
same
doing the
ones.
same thing.
Yeah.
You do see the same group of agents over and over again. You don't see all 500 agents do
No.
this. There's a pocket of people. And hopefully I can, I'm not very good with technology, but I'm learning. You know, I'm 60 years old. I don't need to, know a whole lot about technology.
Not
but-
out there doing TikTok dances,
No,
Sue.
no. But I am trying to, get my listings out in front of people and all that. And same with I've got a business goal to do more of that this year. So,
And I mean, is it that? Do we have to find ways to stand out on social media? Are there certain things that maybe we can get back to some of the older ways that have maybe kind of gone by the wayside, but now since nobody is doing it, nobody's sending out mailers now, everybody's doing, are there things that maybe might be useful to bring back into circulation because people aren't doing them as much?
Well,
I'm sure there's a lot, right? It's just, again, like, where do you focus your time and sometimes your dollars, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that there's any crystal ball, like, for my team and the social media stuff. Well, of course, we all want to do more video, and then we talk about it all the time. Hey,
Yep.
we're going to do more video. Like, we got this or that. Like, it's, yeah.
well, you
And
have
then-
to have content. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
When you don't have a new listing to stand in front of, you're like, what am I going to do?
Right, right.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of like revert to, oh, it's a listing. Here's a listing. And you wish that you could. I mean, everybody probably agrees that we should do different things. Educating on certain processes but to us that seems maybe boring or mundane. Like, why would somebody want to listen to a purchase contract explanation, right? But that's probably really good information.
Yeah.
And so I think, I don't know, but kind of back to your point about like missing out on a lead when you're on vacation. There's always something else you can do, right? And it's like sometimes that can be a bit exhausting. Like, hey, we're doing this, but we need to do a little more.
Yeah.
Or you work 364 days a year, you got to work the fifth one too. Like you missed the leave. It's like there's got to be some boundaries, like especially with that, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, didn't work out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
otherwise, you kick yourself and just never sleep at night, and I mean, you just be working all the time. That's
Well, and I found too, in my retrospective of the last year, the 2 deals that I missed, important family things, stepped out to take a phone call, was basically missed some integral part of like a basketball game or whatever because you're doing it. Those are the deals that don't close.
yeah.
And isn't that just like the truth always? And in that moment, you're like, this is so important. It's worth it to miss this one thing. And it is almost like Murphy's Law. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to maybe keep a little bit of a guard and a watch on like, wait, is this going to be one of those? And trying to like change my mindset.
I think we're all programmed to work this business 24/7.
Yeah.
And there's got to be that line. You've got to have those boundaries. My family, when they were young and at home, they came first. That's why I did this part-time. That came first.
Sure.
They do, and you can probably sneak that closing in before, you know,
Yeah.
this wrestling match, and then now I've arrived right afterwards, you know. So like, there's like a lot of that, like sacrifices that are small, but I don't know, trying to just identify them so that they don't add up.
Yeah. I mean, literally the main reason I didn't even think about starting a team until this past year was that I did not want to miss anything with my kids. And I know if it's just me, my clients, these were sacrifices I was willing to make. If I can't go show you a house because I'm at my kid's game and you want to work with another agent, go ahead.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Like, this is more important.
Yeah.
So, while I had those kind of like commitments in my life, I wasn't going to bring on other people too, to where they're calling me going, what do I do? And I'm like, I don't know, man, it's the fourth inning. I'm going to call you later. You know, like I knew I needed to be available for not just my clients, but them and their clients and everything. So until I had that kind of freedom in my life, I wasn't going to do it. And so I don't know if I were to do anything different. I don't think I would have done the team. I'm really glad that I started when I started it and not earlier, because I had people ask, why don't you just build a team? I'm like,
Not for me.
yeah, not for me. Not now. Not yet.
Yeah.
But I want to know what you guys think about, because something I was kind of like alluding to a little bit that I really want to start doing more of, and this is going to sound crazy to veteran agents such as yourselves, open houses.
I love open houses.
People hate them. Nobody wants to do open houses. I'm like,
know.
I'll do them.
I'll do them. I like them.
I'll do them at your listings. I'm doing them at my listings
Yep.
all the time. Like, every listing I do, I'm coming soon. I'm hitting the market, and I'm open house same day.
Yep. We talked about this yesterday at the team lead meeting that
Yeah.
you guys missed.
I didn't get invited.
Oh no, they forgot.
Yeah, I'm not on the team lead
On the
email
distribution
list.
list?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
talking to Jane Hay when I was setting up. She called me. And she's like, "We missed you at the meeting," and I was like, "Didn't get an invite." You know, I'm not on the team lead list yet for the emails, so so I have to remind.
Make sure he gets on
Yeah.
that list.
Yeah, what'd they say?
Oh well, with Jane, it was the Jane show. So that's what I was gonna make that example earlier. You talked about people sharing information. We didn't have anything scheduled to talk about, but I just made a comment. It's like, man, Jane, you were doing a great job with your coming soon listings, and then she kind of just told us all about it step by step. I was like, this is fantastic, right? Because
Yeah.
she does, like, right now I don't know anybody that's doing the coming soons better than she does. And the pre-market stuff that she's doing. I mean, I haven't told, like, I'm blown away.
Yeah.
You're doing 125% of what most people do that are doing a good job, and things that you just don't think about. But one of those points in there was the open house. The open houses are fantastic. I've always loved open houses and used them as a tool to get traffic and listings, and there's just zero downside to having an open house. And
I agree.
yeah, you're seeing more creative things with when the open house is in relation to when it's coming on the market and things like that. So
Well, we've had to shift, and when we started, open houses were something you did a month in when you didn't.
like, oh crap, it didn't sell.
When you didn't
Yeah,
sell
it's
it
not
yet. So it was
selling.
like,
Yeah.
all right, we make that initial splash of a new listing, and it goes out. Nobody buys it. So a month in, it's like, all right, how do we make another splash? We do a price drop, and if you're really crazy, we'll couple a price drop with an open house, right? And then but that was like a month in. You would do the open house, and that was. Oh, Mike Busher's calling me right now. Should I mic him up? Let's see. Hey, Mike, I'm doing a podcast right now with Clay and
right,
Sue and Megan.
Call me when you're done.
I've got you on the microphone. You want to say hi to everybody?
Sure. This is live on the podcast.
Yeah, you're live on the podcast right now.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Yes. No, give me a call as soon as you're done with that.
All right, I will. See you, buddy. Did that sound like I was in trouble to
I
you
think
guys?
you're in trouble.
Yeah,
You have
I
to
think you
keep
are.
this posted.
Yeah.
He's calling
Oh,
about
no. That tone was not what I was hoping for.
Should have let it hit voicemail after all.
Not near
Right.
as jovial as I was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yikes. Well, what I was getting to is we got away from the open houses because after COVID, houses weren't staying on the market for 30 days.
Right. There's
So-
no time.
So nobody's doing open houses unless it's like a junker that isn't selling, you know, and then be like, well, I guess I'll do one. And then they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So now what I've started doing, and this just worked really well, was coming soon for no more than a week. That's too, any more than that, it's too long,
I agree.
Yeah.
right? Open house same day, overlapping showings allowed. And then you market it. You take out ads, you get your pictures, you get everything, and you market it hard for those few days and that coming soon. So it's going out and everywhere. And then it is a block party. There are showings happening during the open house. There's showings all day. People are like bumping into each other, tripping over each other. And we were able to get a crazy number for a house that we listed that everybody else in the neighborhood is going to be like, awesome, my property value went up.
Yeah.
Or they're going to be like, hey
let's
jerk,
sell.
my property taxes are probably going to go up. Yeah. So either way, like for my sellers, they were absolutely thrilled. And they were like, oh my gosh, this is, you know, this covered your commission plus so much more. Right. And so then I've got another one coming Sunday, same thing. Like we've got like 20 showings scheduled. And there's an open house happening, and it goes active Sunday. And I know what this is going to look like. And so I'm like, okay, it's going to scare some people off.
Yeah.
There's going to be people are, I'm not.
I'm not doing the multiple offer
Yeah.
situation. No.
But I don't care about those people.
Right.
I mean, really, even if they came in and they had their own private showing and they made an offer, they were maybe going to come in about where we were asking, maybe a little bit more. I don't care about those people. I want those people that are going, I have to have this house, right? Give me 3 or 4 of those people. And I don't care if I have 10 other ones that are like, oh, I'll give you what you're asking, but give me those 3 or 4 that are like, I don't care what it takes.
Yeah.
Because then, so anyhow, that's my mindset going in, and it's worked. And it's I think it's going to keep working as long as the market doesn't do anything crazy. But I'm pushing for open houses. I'm pushing for the guys on my team to take them from other people who don't want to do them. Let's get out there as much as possible. Let's meet people. Like we're kind of missing that,
I got a lot of my business from open houses.
right?
Yeah, when I
Right.
first started, because we had to do them a lot at Grady.
That was the market then, yeah. And to meet buyers and
Yeah.
talk to people and show off your listings. I used to, so like safety's a factor for female realtors.
Sure.
And open houses. So I used to pick up my aunt who was elderly and literally used a walker to get into the listings that I was having open houses. And then she told everyone who came in that she was the security here. So,
That's funny.
so it was a little bit fun, and it was an opportunity for us to visit, in
Yeah.
between people and stuff. So that worked out pretty well. But then this last time, my 16-year-old had a deadline on something he was applying for, and I'm like, you gotta be the security now that Aunt Kathy's passed. And so he came and worked on this application, on the back patio. And so it's kind of a good block of time that you can get some stuff done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For others.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I'm trying to think of other things too, because it's so hard to stand out now. So,
Yeah. I think even just being in the office talking to people, that's
that's a lost art.
I sold a few last year just from talking to people in the hallway.
Oh, like what you got coming. Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a client party at my house.
Ooh.
I know. And that was very scary and took me out of my comfort zone. But it was kind of recommended through my coach. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. And Sue goes, you shouldn't do that. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. But it
I
was,
would do it.
yeah, it was
worked.
it was great. Yeah. It was a coffee, and I wanted to show off some new wallpaper. I had literally talked to every client I had last year about. And so everyone's like, oh, it turned out good, as an update. So for me, it's, like you said, you're making friends. So that's what the business is for me. Like I wanted to welcome people into my home, and I hope they would remember my name, because that's the biggest goal, right? Is like a year after we sell someone a house, can they remember our name?
Yeah. Who was it? Someone at the group?
Yeah.
Describe them. I don't know. Blonde
mean,
hair. Like,
You're saying that because you've heard that, not about
yeah.
Megan, right? But
no,
we've all
just
heard that.
We've all
yeah.
heard it.
Like,
When we meet with somebody, like, no, I worked with a realtor. They
Yeah.
rate your company. And I'm like,
even if they're good though, like
What
they
do you mean?
sometimes still don't
Yeah.
remember. Like, oh, yeah, was Eric something like
what do you
that?
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then that's I become terrified. Like, oh God, do I have clients who just have no idea who I am?
Yeah.
100% you do.
Yes.
There's
do.
no way.
You absolutely
I'm so
do.
memorable.
I'm the exception to that. I know.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I almost immediately make Facebook friends with all my clients. Like, I want to remain present.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then that's the whole thing is visibility, staying present, making sure that when they think real estate, they think you
Yeah.
Are you friending them like after the transaction or during or
before. Like if I start showing you houses,
you're
once I save you in my phone and then Facebook's like, you know this person, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
I sure do. Friend request.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always felt a bit guilty, like if, like, say I had a listing that maybe wasn't selling.
Yeah, and you're on
and
vacation.
I'm like at the golf course with my kids, and I don't really post a lot, anyways, about my personal life. But I was like subconsciously like, they're gonna see it and be like,
Clay's wearing shorts in this picture.
Yeah.
he got shorts on. He's not showing my house. There was no open house last weekend. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean that's perfectly fine. I just like I said, I want these people to just know who I am as a person. So if I'm like, hey, this is what I'm cooking for dinner tonight, like whatever it is, I don't know. I just want to break down that wall of client realtor, business transaction,
Right.
and just make it a personal connection,
Yeah.
which is what I've always kind of subscribed to. So they're going to have to, if they don't want a realtor in jeans and Jordans,
Jeans and Jordans.
yeah,
That's your new tag.
I'm not the guy.
But it's that is true, and that's how we end up going to funerals of our clients and weddings.
Yeah.
You know, and you're at a wedding and someone's like, "Oh, this is our realtor,"
Yeah.
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 The best.
Yeah, it's great, and you love that.
Yes. Yeah. We get invited to parties and stuff. It is like that. Like, oh, this is our realtor. You got to, and I'm like, yeah, you do have to use me. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm very good. Never mind what I'm wearing.
Especially if the party's like at the house that you sold them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the good stuff there.
It is.
Let's end on a positive note. Somebody's blowing you up, so you probably got to get back to them. I need to see what Busher wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let us
report
know.
back.
I'm excited.
Let us
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Did we do it too?
Are we all in trouble?
Yeah, I'm laughing, but that's a nervous laugh. We'll see. Anyhow, Sue, Megan, Clay, thank you all so much.
It was
You
fun.
did great. It was fun, right?
It was
It was
fun.
not bad.
Not
Yeah.
bad. I won't watch it, but it's fun.
You did great. Good to see you all.
Yeah.
You too.
Likewise, and I'll be back. No, I do. I've got Jeremy from your team coming on next week.
Good. That'll be good.
Yeah, he's got to dance.
Maybe he's a phenomenal dancer.
He really is.
Wow.
He reached out. He sent me a message.
That's good.
Saying he
Yeah.
wants to come on. So I was like,
No, he's doing great. So.
Fun.
yeah, he seems like
It's gonna be a tells all. You have to get the
Ooh,
get him
you'll get the scoop.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys,
All right,
get to
thanks.
work.